Coming up on UMass Hoops Insider, with only 3 regular season games remaining, the Minutemen will be fighting for positioning in the conference tournament as they play in Philly Sunday afternoon. We'll preview the rematch with LaSalle. And we look back at a great week of games for the Minutemen at Rhode Island and at home against St. Joe's. Plus, we introduce you to some of the hardest working, yet often anonymous members of the basketball staff. At your beck and call, UMass Hoops Insider starts now.
Now the UMass Hoops Insider with Derek Kellogg, brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Back in January, UMass watched a 15-point lead dwindle down to 2, but the Minutemen had just enough to beat the LaSalle Explorers at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield. The rematch is Sunday afternoon with Atlantic 10 tournament seating on the line. Well, here we are in the Mullins Center court with Coach Kellogg, and believe it or not, we are less than 2 weeks away from the Atlantic 10 tournament. You've got 3 regular season games remaining. Do you start taking a peek now at the standings, see what you need to do to get in the top 8 in the conference?
Well, first off, it's hard to imagine that the season only has 3 games left. Our guys are continuing to compete and playing hard, but I try not to look at the standings, just trying to make sure we're ready for the next game, the LaSalle Explorers on Sunday afternoon. So just looking forward to playing those guys and get my team ready.
Of course, in the Atlantic 10, the format, seeds 1 through 4 get a bye in the first round. Seeds 5 through 8 get to host a home game, and that's what UMass is hoping for right here at the Mullins Center. But now let's take a look at the game this week. It's the Minutemen at LaSalle, 2 o'clock on Sunday, and the Explorers had high hopes coming into A-10 play, and they started a respectable 3-4 in the league, but have won only once in February entering this week. Coach, you know, though, there's talent there, starting with big man Eric Murray, and they've beaten you in Philly 2 years in a row, so it's going to be a tough matchup as always.
Yeah, they are a talented team. Murray gives them a big guy inside who can score the basketball and really anchor them defensively, and they have some mature guys on the perimeter with Galindo and Williams and some other players there, so it's always a tough matchup to go down to Philly and play them in Philadelphia, and a place that we have not had much success in the last couple of years.
Well, the first meeting in January was at the Mass Mutual Center, a 74-71 UMass win. In that game, Coach, it was one of your best offensive performances of the season. 4 guys in double figures, over 50% shooting from the field. How'd you do it in that one?
Well, I think we've been sharp in Springfield this year. We've played good games down at the Mass Mutual Center, and our guys were very focused. We did a nice job against their zone defense of attacking the middle, and what we did is we shared the basketball. I think if a guy had a shot, but somebody else had a better shot, we shared the ball, and we took advantage of some good opportunities.
Well, hoping for similar success on Sunday afternoon. Again, the tip-off is at 2 o'clock at Tom Gola Arena. There's no live television coverage, so you can listen on the radio or the internet on the UMass Sports Network. Speaking of Philly, this member of the Minutemen joined the team in late December from Philadelphia, a guy who grew up in Alumni, which is about 10 minutes away from the LaSalle campus. He'll have lots of friends and family cheering him on Sunday afternoon. He was cleared by the NCAA to become eligible and has made quite an emergence in the last couple of weeks. With more, Big Y presents a few minutes with Jesse Morgan.
Jesse Morgan from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm a combo guard. I chose to come to UMass just because the relationship that I had with Coach Kellogg before, like back in high school. So, it was just, I felt comfortable with the coaching staff. So that's why I chose to come here. What I bring to the team, just this ability to score, try to defend, things like that. So just to help the team the best way I can. When I'm playing basketball, I like to, chill with my friends, listen to music, and go shopping or something like that. I go to stores like Neiman Marcus, Gucci store, the Saks Fifth, stuff like that. Expensive things. Macaroni and cheese is my favorite food, but Philly cheesesteak is good. Passaginos is really overrated. I like Ishkabibbles, Max's Steaks. There's a lot of places you can go other than Passaginos.
That's Jesse Morgan, the newest player on the Minutemen. Well, it's been a good week for UMass, which came into last week on a 4-game skid, but then went down to Rhode Island and beat the Rams to sweep the season series. Then they came back for some revenge at the Mullins Center on Wednesday night against St. Joe's. On to the highlights we go. It's instant replay.
Both teams have gone into their reserves here as Putney takes it to the hoop. Strong take for Raphael Putney. By Marquise Jones. Jones into the front court with 2. The bounce pass. Martell, the finish, the buzzer, and Rhode Island will take an 8-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Gurley. Here he comes. Now he's going to start calling for the basketball. Passed on the 3-pointer, takes it right to the basket, and Gurley has 8 quick points. Nicola standing his ground. Really tough shot. No. Put back, yes. Vincent. Bailey pounds down. No call here. And numbers back the other way. Putney to the basket. All game long. Rhode Island is 0 for 14 outside the three-point line. Putney for 3. He has 9 at the rim. Taken away, and UMass numbers back the other way. Left back for Jesse Morgan's 3. Three-pointer, open look is good. Screen coming from Putney, doesn't set it. There's Correa with speed into the front court. Couldn't get it. The follow-up no good. Correa's follow is good. And it only gets tougher here for the Rams as Richmond throws up one final three-pointer as the Rams struggle.
At least Rhode Island put up an 0 for 11 in that first half from defense. Gurley makes a nice move around Bentley. 0 for 12 to start the game is St. Joe's. Gurley back in transition, the hoop and the foul. Charles misses everything, make it 0 for 8 from three-point land. Vincent, the hoop and the foul. Everything working for UMass in transition against the Hawks.
A nice post up there by Carl Baptiste to get position on his man.
And then Correa comes back and hits for 3.
Rebounded his misses a lot, scored a lot of baskets by missing shots, getting his own rebound and putting it back.
Bailey does it there.
Number 1 in the country.
Up top to Sean Carter.
5 points in very limited minutes against Xavier. There's a breakaway from UMass. That's going to be it. I don't think UMass is going to even look to score now.
So with the victories, the Minutemen are now 15-11 on the season and above 500 at 7-6 in the Atlantic 10. They're trying for a 3-game winning streak at LaSalle on Sunday afternoon. Hey, we've already introduced you to Jesse Morgan as he prepares for his Philadelphia homecoming. Now it's time to take a look and see what he's done in the past couple of weeks on the court to help the Minutemen in their recent games. We go into the film room with Coach Kellogg. It's Coke Chalk Talk.
Once again, here we are in front of the brain. Today's feature special is on Jesse J-Mo Morgan. It's taken Jesse a while to get acclimated to the speed, the intensity, and the defensive capabilities of the college game, but over the last couple weeks, he's really started to practice hard. He's brought better intensity and toughness to practice, and thus he's been playing a little better. Here we are against Duquesne. J-Mo gets in the game. His first shot is a corner 3. Here we go, on an out-of-bounds play. It was great to see this shot going and really get him going and get him into the flow of the game. Next time down, we run a play called the drop where Jesse comes out, squares up his man, knocks down a 3. He's starting to get into a good flow. Here he is on defense with a steal. He's a scorer. He's a guy that can make plays on 3s. He can make plays on out-of-bounds under plays. He can come up with junk balls and loose balls for baskets. J-Mo's really coming into his own and giving us one more offensive weapon. Here he is one more time on a steal, and you'll see the upper body strength here as he goes into the big guy and makes a nice play. Now we take it to the roadie game. One more time on our loop out play, Jesse for the 3. Gave us a huge boost on the offensive and defensive end against Rhodey. Freeze it. This might have been one of the best plays of the game. The first thing that happened was Jesse did a nice job of rebounding the basketball on the defensive end of the floor, kicked it out to the point guard, and now you'll see him sprinting up the right side, and Gary Correa does a great job of rewarding him here to knock down the 3 and really put us up 6 points or 7 points and gave us a cushion. Jesse Morgan's been one of the guys, along with Raphael Putney, that's given us a little bit of a boost here, giving us some more offense and more defense, and one more guy that has become a reliable scorer. The main reason is he's starting to work harder in practice, and he's realizing how hard you have to play at the college level.
Thanks so much, Coach. It's time to step aside for the first time on UMass Hoops Insider, but when we come back, we're going to introduce you to the men not afraid to do the dirty work for the team. Meet the UMass managers when we come back.
Why shop at Big Y? Because we stand behind our quality. Literally.
Because my beef is all natural Angus from the USA.
My strawberries are all Driscoll's.
And I grind our beef fresh all day long. We have the best sales week after week.
And everything's guaranteed fresh. Fresh. Fresh as one of these.
Only the best for your family.
From ours.
The UMass Amherst Alumni Association is over 225,000 alumni strong. Our vibrant community participates in professional development programs, alumni clubs, athletic and other events around the globe. Like Explore the traditions, resources, and opportunities that are your UMass Amherst Alumni Association. Get connected today.
You are.
Get your tickets now. Call 1-866-UMass-TIX or visit UMassathletics.com.
Welcome to My Coach. Choose your sport.
My coach says I gotta get faster. My coach says I gotta gain speed. My coach says just listen to my voice. My coach says I know what you need. My coach says I'll be faster on the fast break. My coach says I'll be faster through the hole. My coach said I'll be faster to the ball. My coach said be faster.
It's 2010. Weren't we supposed to have time machines by now? I mean, if we at Coke Zero can give the world real Coke taste with 0 calories, why can't science give us an unlimited supply of do-overs?
Man, you dance like a man.
I dance like a man?
What? No, wait.
We've bent the rules of taste. Physicist, isn't it time to bend time?
Da, 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 da. The UMass Hoops Insider with Derek Kellogg, brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Welcome back. We're just getting started on UMass Hoops Insider. The Minutemen in the city of brotherly love on Sunday will take on LaSalle at 2 o'clock. It's our 15-year anniversary flashback time to the 95-96 season. It was the regular season finale on March 2nd. The Minutemen had already clinched the A-10 regular season, went 15-1 in conference, but they tried to finish the regular season with a bang. A trip to Freedom Hall against Louisville was on tap. Denny Crum's team gave them all they could handle, a game that went right down to the final seconds. Let's take a look back to March 2nd, 1996.
From Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, the second-ranked Minutemen of Massachusetts and the 21st rated Cardinals of the University of Louisville. 14-7.
Oh, nice cut.
Right!
Dante Bright right to the basket and a nice pass from the perimeter.
Louisville trying to regroup here. Wheat for three. Hits it! Goodness sakes, Dewan Wheat. Bright will pull up. And the rebound by Walker.
And not the shot that John Calipari wanted either. 1 into 3.
Ball tipped loose. And turnover. It'll go to Mass. And the three-point lead.
Little pressure up front. John Calipari didn't want to foul though.
Wheat pulls up the three-pointer, and Travieso looked like he got a piece of it. And Massachusetts comes down to Louisville and picks up a hard-fought 62-59 victory.
Minutemen finished the regular season with a remarkable 28-1 record. They'd won a 5th straight regular season A-10 title. They prepared then the next week to try to win a 5th consecutive conference tournament championship. Well, we're about to introduce you to a group of young men who work long, hard hours, and it's not exactly the glamorous type of work. They don't get a lot of credit either when the team does well, but these guys show up with a positive attitude every day, and they make the team better on and off the court. Let's introduce you to the UMass student managers.
Everyday practice, we set up for practice, bring out the balls, towels, bottles, water, Powerade, and just anything that needs to be done. You know, we help out rebounding practice, participate in some of the drills.
Wiping up sweat on the floor, wiping up when big city falls, or wiping up when there's a collision, or giving the guys water whenever they run.
Get their warm-up jerseys and stuff after, get ready to go in the game. Towels during breaks, and then personally I have to film the games, so they have me doing that for the coaches when they watch it afterwards.
Believe it or not, big city's not that easy to wake up at 7 in the morning for a flight. So, I got a couple tricks to get him out of bed, and all the guys are pretty fun with all that.
If we lose a bad game, and then we have a practice early the next day, I need to be here for that practice, even though I know part in losing the game?
I don't know if there's really a worst part. Probably, things like wiping up sweat, because if you've seen City, he makes a mess when he falls.
Just, watching something you help out in every day succeed is gratification, knowing that you were a part of it. And, we're all part of the team. We all, down from me all the way up to the stars of the team, we all contribute.
That was great to see, especially on our managers. Those guys do a fantastic job of being at the gym every day, of working hard, and no program can run without the managers being around. So we appreciate what they do, and I thank them personally for how they handle things around the program. Now, when we come back, my man, Carmelo Travieso, we're going to catch up and see how and what he's up to.
The thing I like about UMass is that there's so many choices, so many options.
It's incredible to be able to go to a school that is this diverse.
To be able to put on my resume that I've done marketing for the show Glee and movies that have been #1 at the box office.
I came from Chicago to UMass for the sports management program because it's one of the top programs in the nation.
And I love having a practical major where I can be at school and feel like I'm doing something.
There's so much research going on here. There's lots of opportunity for undergraduate involvement in research that you don't get at a smaller institution.
Why shop at Big Y?
Because we do windows.
And shelves. And floors. We even wash cars.
Our customers tell us time after time,
your stores are really clean.
It makes us feel warm and fuzzy all over.
Fuzzy's good.
we're also known for something else around here.
Shoppers cleaning up with our sales.
Only the best for your family. From ours.
Welcome to My Coach. Choose your sport.
My coach said, I gotta get faster. My coach said, I gotta gain speed. My coach said, just listen to my voice. My coach said, I know what you need. My coach said, I'll be faster on the fast break. My coach said, I'll be faster through the hole. My coach said, I'll be faster to the ball. My coach said, be faster.
Carmelo Travieso. I played the two guard here at the University of Massachusetts from 1993 to 1997. Everybody talks about the Final Four that we played in, which is a bare moment. But honestly, for me, I think just playing here, those big games against like Wake Forest, those games, those are memorable games. Every time we played against Temple, we really look forward to beating our rivals. So I think I look forward more to beating Temple and just the people in our conference, just because that meant a lot to us. And we got a chance that year in 1996 to go really far. But definitely the games at home against Temple and those big games were the ones that I really cherish the most. I'm super excited to see Derek Kellogg here. Derek was actually my roommate my freshman year, and I learned a lot from him. He's one of the toughest guys that I played against when I was here. Very excited to see him. When he got the opportunity, I was very excited because I just knew that he was going to turn this program around. He's one of the hardest workers guys that were here when he played here, and I know he's going to bring that to the team. Well, since I left UMass, and I stayed one more semester and I finished my degree, which is very important. I got a degree in finance here in operations management. Then after that, I went to Puerto Rico, back to where I was born. I played professional basketball there, and I was on their national team for about 8 years. After that, when I was done in 2006, I relocated back here with my family to the Boston area, and now I'm actually in the real estate business.
Not the Carmelo that's been in the news the past couple of weeks, but Carmelo Travieso, a great shooter in his own right. 4th all-time in UMass history in three-pointers made, also 4th in games played, and we still get to see him in a game once or twice this season. Well, it's time now to go onto the practice court with Coach Kellogg. We'll see what the team has been doing in preparation for the big game Sunday at LaSalle. It's time for DK's X's and O's. Take it away, Coach.
In our offense, we run a lot of ball screens. The ball screens, two ways I like to get into it. One is the big guy sprint into the ball screen, and he's either going to go to the rim for a lob pass, and if the lob pass is not there, we also skip it across the floor for a post and duck in. You'll see here, when we clear out the side, the big guy's going to set the screen, we're going to hit a coach or a player, throw it over the top for the lob. The next time, we're going to hit the coach, and he's going to skip it across. The big guy's going to work for post position and work on one of two moves, either a jump hook middle or an up and under to the baseline. All right, here comes our ball screen offense. We're looking to go to the rim for the lob or seal for the post up. This is a great way to get the ball into the post. Get the ball into the post on either a catch lob or a skip over the top for the post up. Here we're working on our post moves. We got the jump hook middle, we got the jump hook baseline, or just a power finish. Sprint into it. Good, good. Sprint, good, good. The most important part of this drill is how hard you run into the ball screen to make sure the defense can't get there. Good, good, good. Post, post, post hard. Good, good. Seal, finish. Good, Maxie, good, good. Sprint, Andrew, sprint. Good, good, good. Seal, 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 seal. Finish, finish, finish. Good. Another great way for our guys to get loose and work on their ball screen offense. Good, City. Seal them, seal them, seal them, seal them. Good, finish, finish. Good jump hook middle. Nice job, nice job. It's a great way for our team to get an easy basket off a ball screen for the lob or to skip it across and get an easy post up. Ball screen offense and ball screen defense are two of the most easiest things to do, but also the hardest to defend for an opposing team. Now we go to our fist out set where we're sprinting into it, looking lob. Hit the coach, good, lob to the rim. Good, good. And we try to run this play in the game at least twice a game where we sprint, hit the high post man for the lob up top. Nice job, nice job. Sprint, Trey, sprint. All the drills we're doing here with the bigs are plays we run in the game. Good, sprint, Maxie. Good, good. Throw it quick, Jordan, throw it quick. Good shot. Nice. Good, Maxie, good, good, good. Good job, good job. Good, go Andrew, finish, finish. Good, good, good. Call this our fist out through. Fist out through, to the rim, finish. Good, good, good.
So there you have it. That drill sees the big men finishing above the rim, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, if you've watched this play recently, we're trying to really get basketballs thrown up to the rim, try to get our big guys running, try to get them in some pick and roll situations where when the defense shows and helps high, we can hit the next guy and we're running to the rim. So it's an easy way to get some baskets, but it's something you really have to work on.
I love that drill.
Yeah,
great to watch.
That drill is fun.
All right, we got to take our final break in the program. When we come back, we're going to go with some sweet music. We'll find out what the guys in the Minutemen listen to get fired up on the iPod before a game. Maybe Coach will even have a song.
UMass Amherst Alumni Association
provides resources for alumni
and students, like campus to career programs, online tools,
scholarships and mentoring opportunities
that prepare students for life after graduation.
The Alumni Association sponsors student traditions
and athletic events.
Make connections at social,
professional,
and cultural alumni events
across
the country.
You are UMass!
It's 2010. What happened to cloning ourselves? I mean, if we at Coke Zero can copy real Coke taste with 0 calories, why can't you have more use?
Have the foundation that I need. I mean, they had the bad one that made my skin break out, but I am not buying that.
We don't know how it would work. But we do know things can be cloned. I'm looking at you, scientists.
The thing I like about UMass is that there's so many choices, so many options.
It's incredible to be able to go to a school that is this diverse.
To be able to put on my resume that I've done marketing for the show Glee and movies that have been #1 at the box office. I came from Chicago to UMass for the sports management program because it's one of the top programs in the nation.
And I love having a practical major where I can be at school and feel like I'm doing something.
There's so much research going on here. There's lots of opportunity for undergraduate involvement in research that you don't get at a smaller institution.
The UMass Hoops Insider with Derek Kellogg, brought to you by Coca-Cola.
It's our final segment of UMass Hoops Insider. The Minutemen in Philadelphia Sunday for a rematch with the LaSalle Explorers. Well, every player seems to have his own pregame ritual to get ready and pumped up for a game. I often notice, though, that most guys involve music of some sort in getting ready to play. So we asked some of the Minutemen today, what's your favorite pump-up song? Let's see what they said. It's our Hookie Loud Lighter side.
Are y'all ready for this? What's that song right there?
Pump Up the Jam? No.
Jam, where the bands be playing, yeah, before the game.
Favorite pump-up song is probably the NBA theme song on NBC by John Tesh. Anytime growing up, the Knicks would play the Bulls, that song would come on, I'd be ready to go. I'd want to play in that game.
I'll say Rick Ross, I think I'm Big Meech. So that's a good song to get me hyped. You know, it's rowdy music, so I like it.
You got it on your iPod?
Yeah.
I Go Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka.
I gotta say, I've never heard of that song.
Actually, it's something that has probably came out in the last year or so.
Do we know what that song is called, actually? Does anybody know?
I really don't know. I just remember the part. Are y'all ready for this? And I'm ready.
Dun, 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 dun. I can see your blood's getting flowing.
It's flowing, but it's actually my alarm clock when I wake up every morning on my phone just to get me going to start the day.
What's your least favorite song that you'd want to hear to get you fired? Like, what would get you not fired up?
Like a Beyonce song or like a slow Aaliyah song or something like that. I wouldn't like listening to that before a game. Get me down.
I thought maybe you'd give me something a little old school.
Nah, what's old school without the new school?
So do you have that on like an iPod or your phone or something?
Nah, I just wait for the band to play it. I just get ready before the game.
That gets your blood flowing?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Get you dancing a little bit?
Yeah, get me dancing in my mind a little bit.
So imagine waking up to this every morning.
That's how I start my day every morning.
This really makes you jump out of bed.
It gets me out of bed, ready to go. Looking forward to the day ahead.
That Big City Bailey, kind of like Barry White with the baritone. But I tell you, Coach, do you listen to music before a game?
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me, but I've actually taped the Big City song, and I put it in the car on the ride in and listened to the Barry White Big City Roundup.
That gets you fired up?
Absolutely, ready to go.
I so don't believe you. All right, we got to finish the show with a look at some topics that we haven't talked about yet with Coach in the program on UMass Catering Quick Bites. And in recent weeks, it seems like the guy you call Skinny Man, Raphael Putney, is really starting to show signs of what he's going to be able to do for your program in the coming years.
Yeah, he's done a very nice job of staying focused. One thing he is, he's a competitor. He comes to practice every day and works hard, and he's even got a new nickname. It's been called the Mantis. So we'll see if that sticks.
Senior night is coming up. Believe it or not, it's your final regular season home game next Wednesday. And Temple, one of the conference favorites, is coming into town and will honor Barry Correa, Anthony Gurley, and Big City Bailey before the game.
Absolutely. It'll be nice to recognize those three guys who have done a very nice job for us this year and in years past. And to have a team like Temple on senior night, a top 25 team, we're going to have our hands full. A very good basketball club.
So we were looking at the NBA, and I noticed that your old protege, Derrick Rose, is having an unbelievable season. They're talking about him for league MVP.
It's amazing. A guy that you coached in college and spent time recruiting, got to know him and his family, could potentially be the MVP in the NBA. That's really an amazing thing, and to see those yellow shoes flying around in the All-Star game was also pretty comical.
You like that fashion statement?
Banana boats.
All right, and finally, we wanted to say congratulations to one of your big men, Matt Hill. The birth of his first son, Camden, came last week.
Yeah, it was great to see a beautiful little baby boy, hopefully a recruit for us in the next 16 years.
Congrats to Matt and to his girlfriend, Courtney, and that's all the time we have for the show this week. Heading down to Philadelphia. Good luck against LaSalle.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for our season finale of UMass Hoops Insider right back here next week. Until then, have a great weekend.
The UMass Hoops Insider, brought to you by Coca-Cola, Big Y World Class Markets, Adidas, UMass Catering, the UMass Alumni Association, the Hookie Lounge, and UMassathletics.com.